proper light, sheep's counting, breathing techniques, meditations, having a warm before sleep, rejecting coffee completely for several weeks, warm baths did not help. Hi everyone! I decided to make this video because I have fresh memories about what is insomnia and how it feels to feel physically and mentally exhausted. I still remember this leading feeling in a set of bad feelings after a sleepless night, and this feeling is despair. All the rest go after it: angriness, desire to kill everyone, depression, strong fatigue, but the first and the leading one is despair. Because you're alone with this problem, at least it feels so, and your nervous system, your mind just are so exhausted that you cannot bear this life. And this is how insomnia feels, and I want to share my story because I tried so many advices from the web, most of which didn't help, that I believe my way of sleep fixing may help somebody. And I really want to help because I know how it hurts. I don't want to give you a lecture about the importance of sleep. You may Google it if you want, but I'm going to give you the bottom line. Sleep does define some things in our body and our life. It's just responsible for regeneration, use, immunity, proper work of all the body systems and brain. Well, it's literally a base of well-being, and many health issues start with a bad sleep. Why did I mention all of this? To persuade you that you should sleep well, but sleeping well requires some discipline. If your sleep is already broken, you can fix it. Trust me, I promise you, you really can. But it will still require even a bigger amount of discipline from you, in spite of the fact that you already feel like a victim in your relations with sleep. So please don't close this video for this boring theory, but you have to know this bare minimum of theory to understand what you are fighting for and how to win this fight. This bare minimum is an understanding of fact that you should go to bed not later than 11 p.m. You may not like it, but that's because the peak hours of melatonin and somatotropin production in human body are between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. So, if you want to capture these precious hormones for your health at night and to have a really high quality sleep, then you should just fall asleep in time. It's just mess. Trust me, you will be shocked how much your well-being and energy level can increase. So, this is the aim: to start falling asleep not later than 11 p.m. or even earlier if you feel like this. If you feel that you don't like this idea and you want to protest against this, you should understand and accept it. This is the proper work of human body. And yes, we are synchronized with sun schedule. And it's been for quite a long period of time. It's been for thousands of years as humans lived like this. So the development of electricity and all of your favorite gadgets could not change the situation a lot. And if you don't believe me, you should just check it by yourself, because sleeping 8 hours from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. has nothing in common with sleeping 8 hours from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Trust me. But you might be an owl, right? So you feel yourself like an owl and you like to stay awake at night and then sleep half of the day. Okay, I will tell you this: if you are an owl, you should go to bed at 11 p.m., not 9 p.m. That's the difference. So think about this. But now we are finished with the theory and let's return to the story. I want to share my story with you, and you will understand if you have something similar with me and if you can apply my method to your life and try to fix your sleep. I used to have a very chaotic sleeping schedule. I used to have from 2 to 5 days of really good sleep per year. All the rest of time, my sleeping schedule was like this. Going to bed from 1 to 3 a.m. and waking up at 9-10 a.m. if I could afford this, and at the time I should if I could not. It could be 6-7 a.m. depending on the life period and on my needs. Also, I used to have several periods of insomnia in my life. I didn't go to the doctor, somehow I dealt with it, but I do remember how it felt like to sleep from 2 to 0 hours several days in a row. It felt disgusting and I hated life. As I already mentioned, I tried on myself lots of things and advices from the web. Most of them like proper light, sheep's counting, breathing techniques, meditations, having a walk before sleep, rejecting coffee completely for several weeks. Warm baths did not help. Or they helped, but just a little bit, just giving a slightest sense of relaxation, but this has so little in common with a true desire to fall asleep. You can actually feel relaxed within the day. So what? Nothing. And one day I decided to try quite a rough method, which didn't help me before, because I gave up too soon. And it's also plain as everything genius. And now you might hate me for telling you this, but you should try it the way I did, and only then judge me for cruelty. Now I'm just telling my story, okay? So, I decided to go to bed and wake up according to my ideal schedule each day at the same time, and I did it for 1 week. What you should understand is that it was 1 week, but without any day of exceptions. Yes, this is boring and it requires a lot of discipline, but if you look at this like at a 1 week challenge, you lose nothing. You can negotiate with yourself and make a deal. And if nothing magical happens, spoiler, it will happen, you will just return to your normal life. What helped me a lot on this way was tracking my progress and just simply writing down these days, and same going to bed hours and waking up hours. And also I could see how many days are left. You cannot miss any day in this experiment because it will influence all the experiment very much. The sense of this is to make your body fall asleep and wake up at the same strict hours. Guess what? It will not happen in 1 day. That's why people hate this method and give up. It works well on people who already have a normal, good sleep. They might do a fast comeback to their normal schedule after some holidays or trips or anything like this. But this is not your case. If you clicked on this video, this was not my case. So, unfortunately, you have to suffer longer. I'm sorry. So, let me describe how it went with me. I felt tired and sleepless for, attention here, 4 days. Yes, I was just following my challenge because I promised myself to do this till the end for just 1 week and then I will be free. So I went to bed trying to sleep, laying down without any sleep, and trying to sleep hard causes an even bigger struggle to sleep, so I slept much less than before the experiment, and I wake up at 7 every day, no exceptions, because I should. And on the 5th day, I slept so well that I thought it was completely worth it. Of course, 1 night of good sleep was not the aim of the experiment, and I understood that it was not enough, so I was trying to calm down and reduce any of my false expectations. But then another night happened and I fell asleep, and I started to feel the desire of going to bed, of falling asleep at this particular time, 10:30 p.m. And this desire itself was much stronger than at any night earlier this year. I just started to fall asleep like a child. Should I mention that I continued this experiment and made it my life? Of course, now I can have some holidays, trips, or just some random weekends of wanting to stay up longer, and I am staying up longer. But I always remember what I can lose, so I always return to my precious schedule because it gives me life. It gives me a much more fulfilling and energetic sense of being alive, and I do not want to lose it. And what you should understand to repeat my method and reach this success, you should not have high expectations. Please go into this experiment as into some random challenge from a crazy YouTuber that will last for 1 week. Please do not feel too enthusiastic about this. Forget about my words that it will work out. Actually, I believe it will, but now forget about this. This is the way you should trick your calmless mind. So, no emotions, no result expectations, and it may come even earlier if you do it passionless. Also, one very important thing. You should not let yourself sleep just another 10 minutes in the morning. The idea is to make your organism work as a clock as quick as possible, so that you stop suffering. So please do not obstruct this process and go to bed at a very strictly same time, the same with waking up. Also, you should not use any gadgets, books, anything while you are trying to fall asleep and you cannot. I know by myself that it's extremely boring, but you remember that it's only 1 week and you can do this for 1 week, right? Just lay in your bed in a darkness, in a total silence. Do not hate me, please. And this is also a kind of meditation which is good for your body. Please listen to me. Do not feel yourself a victim of your absence of sleep. You are just repeating some crazy challenge, and that's all. You should not dramatize the situation. And you will wonder that one night you will fall asleep just laying down and trying to fall asleep. Or maybe it will happen even earlier, you will just go to bed and fall asleep immediately. I believe in you, I believe that you can do this. Just repeat this 1 week. And for those of you who have already developed insomnia and cannot sleep at night, if you have some sleep for up to 4 hours, you still should try this method and I hope it will help you. But remember that you should not have any daytime sleeps for just 1 week. And if you cannot sleep at all, you should go and visit a doctor. Maybe this time you need additional help, but of course this should be prescribed by a doctor and you should strictly follow his recommendations. So, good night everybody! I wish you all sleep well and wake up full of strength and energy. Bye bye!